It's like the universe is made up of grid lines throughout it, and they fluctuate, they move. They ebb and flow like full-bodied waves in the ocean. I don't mean crashing waves, I mean waves that move from very deep down in the water. They're gentle, but they're very deep, slow, waving movements in space. And the Earth sits within this bed, as do all the other planets and stars and suns.
This shows that the universe is actually alive. If it is moving like that, does that mean the Earth and the other planets are also moving? I'm thinking of the action of waves.
They're not moving like space is. They're spinning or whatever within this undulating space.
This doesn't disturb the planets that are within it?
No, they spin and turn within this bed.
The picture of a bed is as though they are lying on it.
They're lying in it. As in an ocean, there might be a fish swimming within it, where there would be water above the fish and below the fish, and to the right and to the left. Perhaps if I said it was more like the air in which we live instead of bed, that would clarify it for you.
All right, because I had a picture of the Earth rocking back and forth like a ship being tossed on the sea.
No, it's a very slow movement, but it is full-bodied. In other words, it moves throughout. It's not a surface wave.
And this is what space is composed of?
Yes.
I think we have the idea of space being stagnant and empty.
No, it is alive and it is nourishing. It feeds everything within it. So it would have to be alive and moving.
In what way does it feed?
Nothing could grow in stagnation. Nothing could evolve or change. Its very essence feeds what's within it, just as the air allows us to breathe. If the air were not there to provide us with our breath happening, then we too would be dead.
So the same thing is occurring on a larger scale, as though the Earth is a person?
Yes.
I can see what the air supplies us. What does space supply to the Earth, the worlds, and energy?
Its presence is aliveness. Going back to the fish in the ocean, if the fish were taken out of that place, or if the water evaporated, the fish would die. So it's not that the space feeds us something to nourish us. Its presence allows us to live and thereby nourishes us, because without it we would not exist. There is life in it, and yes, it could be called an energy. But I'm afraid that would be misleading, because it's not an active energy. It is active, but on a subtle level.
But it's not passive either.
Right. As I said, it's active on a subtle level, while we think of energy as something with strong movement. There is energy with strong movement that passes through this space and through us. But the space element itself that I've been talking about is more of an inactive energy, yet not dead. Or a less active energy than we usually think of.
What is this stronger energy you said that passes through all of it?
The stronger energy is more like the life force, the creative thrust that actually can be directed. While the space aliveness isn't directed, it's just there. It just exists.
It's very neutral?
It's neutral, and yet it has a positiveness within it, because without it we wouldn't live. So you can't say it's totally neutral, as in stagnant or dead. It does have a life force in it and some movement.
But it's not directed.
Correct. It is like a constant, where more active energy can be directed and focused.
This is the more active energy that you're talking about, that goes through everything.
That is a separate kind of energy from the space aliveness or energy, yes. It can be directed and it can be changed. The energy force could go into a flower and make it spring from the ground and grow and bloom. That same energy force could go into a runner that was running a marathon. It could go into a painter that was painting. It could go into childbirth and recreate itself and continue and continue and continue. And instead of being a widespread energy when it's becoming a flower or a runner or a new child, it is directed or focused energy.
Then if this energy is directable, is it directable by human beings?
The energy is the human being. The energy manifests as a human being. So the human being doesn't direct the energy. The energy directs the human being.
I was thinking if the energy was there, maybe it was there for us to use in some way.
We are ourselves using it. I know this is difficult. But let's say that you dropped beautiful paint out from the sky onto this blotter paper so that it ran in different directions and formed a pattern of beauty. That completed pattern of beauty does not then rule the energy that dropped it. So energy manifests as a human form, and the energy itself has the control. The human form that would then be the painting doesn't control what dropped it.
I guess I'm thinking of people who want to change their lives and create their own realities. Is this the type of energy they could use by direction of some type?
Yes, but you can't do it from the wrong end, you see. The energy end is the end that has the energy and does the doing.